Hi JD here, Saturday about lunchtime, 12:30, and the only reason I do these Facebook Lives, by the way, is to assist any business owners. So if you're not a business owner, just keep on scrolling because it'll be of no consequence to you at all. I'm out doing shopping at a big shopping centre with this lady here, Gail. How are you, Gail?
Hi.
Okay. I don't know why you say how are you, Gail. I've been with her all morning, whatever. But I don't really care much.
He doesn't really care how I am, really.
It's just a
I
phrase.
could just be lying on my deathbed.
I'm in the advertising game, so I can pretend to care. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
I do that with all my clients. Hopefully they're not watching. Anyway, so I thought I'd mention. You'll see the title above this. Stop discounting. I mean, we just went to Robina Shopping Centre, which is a massive big shopping centre. Every single store's just got sale, 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 sale. In fact, the jewellery stores have just sailed themselves out of like sensibility. Is that a word? Sensibility.
Yeah,
It is now.
could be,
It is a
could
word
be.
now. Okay, it's just not sensible to have sale after sale after damn sale, because you can never get full price. And the reason I have decided to do this little thing is because over the last week, in fact yesterday or the day before, I did a couple of interviews with clients of mine who have had a dramatic increase in sales because they've stopped having sales. Okay. And one of them was a big candy store in Sydney. He's got a few candy stores, but we had a big draw on Thursday night of a Disneyland holiday. So he stopped doing sales. Not that he ever was big time into sales, but what we've done is value added. So he had a big, Willy Wonka chocolate promotion,
yep.
where for the last little while, every time you bought a Willy Wonka chocolate, I think they're $5, I'm not sure, you had a chance to win a ticket into the draw for Disneyland, okay, to take your family to Disneyland. And on the Thursday night, we had a big draw, and of course, typical, Mr. Unlucky here, by the way. I'm doing a Facebook Live in a car park whereby there is nobody anywhere near us, and the moment that I decide to do a Facebook Live, Mr. Unlucky, my name is. There's only 4 million empty car parking spots here, but some lady decides to park next to me because she just wants to piss me off. Anyway, so the thing is that on Thursday night at 8 o'clock, I flew down from the Gold Coast to Sydney. There were 500 people at the draw. Darren Peed is the owner of the business. It's lollies and stuff at Windsor. He doubled his sales that day, but that's not the big news. The big news is that he had just, dramatically increased his sales over the period of time that he was running this Willy Wonka promotion. Because every 10th chocolate bar had a golden ticket in it, which is part of the movie of Willy Wonka, and that was an entry into the Disneyland prize. And if you came for the draw last Thursday night, which 500 people did, and your name was drawn, then you got an extra bonus. The other thing that I did yesterday, by the way, I filmed that on Facebook Live, and we got like 2,500 views or something, which goes to show people are interested to find out how not to price discount. You do not want to price discount. Let Big W, let Kmart do that. Let the Crazy Clark $2 store do that. What you should be doing is value adding. The other client who I did an interview in Sydney with yesterday is a guy who owns a carpet cleaning equipment business, multi-million-dollar business, and what he does is exactly what I preach. He value adds, so he doesn't price discount. If you're a carpet cleaner and you buy a certain equipment from him, a package, then you get a bonus. And what he's got at the moment is an oldie but a goldie in my books, because I've done it for many clients, and that is that he is saying for every $1,000 of equipment you spend with, you buy from him, you get a holiday point. And when you save up 8 holiday points, you're off to a free holiday. You know what it is? It's just a 10% discount turned into a Happy Meal toy. So therefore I said to him, would you be willing to give up 10% of your sale price if we can double your business? Ask yourself, if you own a business, would you do that? The answer is yes, of course. So what we've done is that I've said to him, okay, well, would you be prepared if they spent $10,000 to give $1,000 of that towards a free holiday? So instead of saying normally buy $10,000 worth of stuff and you get 10% discount, turn that 10% discount into a free holiday of 3 or 4 or 5 nights. And he said, yeah, of course. So that's what we've done. For every $1,000 that you spend in his business, so if you're a carpet cleaner and you're buying equipment or chemicals or accessories from him, for every $1,000 that you spend from, I think next week on, when we will, next week I think it launches. Okay. So you said that like as if you care. Gail was backing me up there, yeah, I know, that's right. You wouldn't have a clue, would you?
I do care.
No, but you might care, but you don't know when this is starting, do you?
No, I know what's happening,
Yes.
but I didn't know exactly when you made the decision to start it.
Okay, fair enough. I thought she was being almost as shallow as me then, but actually
No,
I have
no,
to
no,
take
I
have to take that inference back, because you're a normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a normal.
I was actually interested in it.
Yeah, okay, right. Well, back to the story, because that's the important thing, okay? So this particular guy's name is Tam. He's a Vietnamese guy who came out on a boat when he was 12 years of age as a refugee, and boy, has he turned his life around. His name's Tam, but I call him
Tim Tam.
Tim Tam.
He's a great guy.
He's fantastic fun. If he's watching this, he's just,
And he does what everything you tell him to do.
He's
he
like
does it.
he's like the candy guy in Sydney. I mean, you just pray for these sorts of clients. They just do what you put together for them in a marketing plan. Frustration when you are an advisor of any sort, and I'm sure that doctors and lawyers suffer from this frustration as well, as you give people gold, but they sit on their hands and don't use it. But these two clients have made a lot of money because they absolutely join the dots. And in Tam's instance, for every $1,000 that you spend on equipment with him, if you happen to be a cleaner, you get a holiday point, and when you get 8 points, which means you've spent $8,000 with him, he will give you a holiday. What do you think that holiday might cost him, Gail, if it was going to be 10% of his $8,000?
$800.
You got it. So therefore you can choose to go to the Gold Coast or other cities, okay, and he's going to give you 3 or 4 nights accommodation in those cities, and of course, guess what? He pays for it, but in essence, it's the same as a 10% discount. So a lesson for you is that if you're running a business, for goodness sake, use the Happy Meal toy principle. Give them a Happy Meal toy. You know who that is. See that little baby seat in the back? That's got Harry, our 3-year-old.
Really
our 3-year-old grandson there. And I've got to show you little Harry, our grandson. Let me get out of the car here and swap this around. I'm going to try and get him to do something that he's done from time to time. Hey Harry, can I just ask you, okay, what business do you work for?
Institute of Wow.
The Institute of Wow. Can you say that a bit louder? The
Institute of Wow.
There you go. Now, if that is not child exploitation, he's a gorgeous little kid. And every Saturday, Gail and I say to Nicole, our daughter, and our son-in-law Nick, can we please take him shopping? It's just good. But we have 3 other grandchildren. We've got a little newborn, Francesca, and that's Harry's sister. And we've got Mason and Kieran, who are just gorgeous as well. They're all little kids. They're 4s and 3s and 2s and what have you. But it's great fun to take any of them shopping. Gail, and have I exploited a little 3-year-old?
Terribly so.
Yeah, I got to get him to say it again. So, what is the best company in the world?
Institute of Wow.
If that doesn't get me another 1,000 views, nothing. If that doesn't get me another 1,000 views, nothing will. Okay, I'm out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed the lesson about not price discounting, but value adding.